Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol. Yes, you will have judged by the title of this film, one of these cars is going to be sold. So, any guesses which one? Well, safe to say it's not Ruby Roadster. And before anyone says anything, I know she needs a clean, but she hasn't been used for a couple of weeks, and I've just spent the last 3 hours cleaning the S4. Why is it whenever you're about to sell a car, you always clean it to within an inch of its life, and it's probably cleaner than whenever you had it during your ownership? But yes, the S4 is going today, and in this video I kind of wanted to explain the reasons why we're moving the S4 on and our plans for what's going to replace this car, because it's been a while coming, to be fair. You will probably know that we have 3 cars. When I say we, there's me and Mrs. Petrol. This Ruby Roadster was always my car, and the S4 was actually always Mrs. Petrol's car. And then along came Charlie Clubman, the JCW Clubman, earlier this year. And I know it's a bit of a joke on the channel, but both of us have properly fallen in love with that car. And then we had 3 cars in the household, and to be quite frank, this hasn't really been used very much. Some of you have even commented on the channel, where's the S4? We haven't seen it for a long time. It's pretty much been sat here since kind of lockdown, really. And I think since the beginning of lockdown, this car's probably done 1,500 miles, something like that. We just haven't used it. And I think it's time to move the car on. A couple of reasons for that. Firstly, this is a B9 S4, the petrol V6 turbocharged one, and the new S4 is a diesel. So anybody, any proper petrol head wanting an S4, this is the last of the petrol S4s, and therefore I think it's probably quite a good time to sell. But also, I just think for our ownership, we've had it long enough so that the finance isn't too painful to come out of, which is always, you know, I'm one of these real YouTube channels. I have car finance, and if you come out of car finance early or too early, it can be quite painful. And actually, if you enter into the wrong kind of car finance, it can be quite painful as well. But now is the right time where if we were to leave the finance agreement we've got on that car, it's not going to be too much of a pain. It's not without loss, but it's acceptable. And what we're going to do is we're going to just run 2 cars until next year, and the plans for this car's replacement, which I will tell you about very shortly. The car isn't sold today, but it is being collected today by my good friends from 4C Prestige, who actually financed the car in the first place. They're going to be selling it on my behalf. I will put details below in this video. If you're in the market for an Audi B9 S4 with about 25,000 miles on the clock and in great condition, this could be the car for you. Navara blue, lovely light grey interior. Sales pitch. So it's going to go off and they're going to sell the car for me. But yeah, having spent all morning cleaning it, it's decided to rain quite heavily, which is why I'm filming this in the barn. But Chris from 4C Prestige is literally arriving at Chichester train station within the next hour, so we're going to go and pick him up. And I thought we would take the car for one last drive, and I can tell you about my final impressions of the car, but also the exciting news of what's going to replace that car very soon. Well, actually, it's not very soon at all. I don't even know why I'm saying that. It's not very soon, but it's going to be sometime in the future. That might give you a hint as to what's coming next. Maybe. But it will be sad to see this car go. This is our second S4. We love them very, very much. It's so clean in here. Now then, my favourite thing about this car. Now then. Bing bong, bing bong. So, let me chat to you about the final thoughts I've got about this car, and also what its replacement's going to be as we make our way to Chichester train station. As I said, this is our second S4. We had a B8.5, the 3-litre V6 supercharged. We had that for quite a while. We did about 60,000 miles in that car and loved it very, very much. And then we made the decision to buy this, and for me, this is a much better car. I'm just putting it in dynamic mode so it sounds nice. It's a much better car. It's quicker, it sounds better, it's better equipped. However, the really interesting thing is, I think both of us wish we had kept the old car. And the reason for that is, again, coming back to the point that we are real people, we'd paid for the old car. We'd paid it off, it was ours. And it needed a couple of things doing to it. It was getting to a point where it didn't have any warranty. It had 60,000 miles on the clock. And the worry we had was if it went wrong, it was out of warranty and it might cost us lots of money. So we decided to buy a new car. We couldn't afford to buy it new, so we bought it on finance. And therefore you've got instantly this monthly burden of finance payments coming out of your bank account, which isn't a massive issue. However, it just makes you think about owning the car more. If it's your own car and you own it, it's a much more carefree ownership experience. And I think for that reason, certainly Mrs. Petrol has never loved this car as much as we loved our old B8.5 S4, even though this car is actually a better car. And then along comes the Clubman, and I must say we love that car so much. It's not as fast as this car, it's not as practical as this car, but actually with it being slightly smaller, slightly more nimble, it's a little bit more fun to drive. This car's faster A to B by quite some way. I think it's 354 horsepower compared with 306, so it's quicker. But I think the Mini's more fun to drive and has a little bit more character. And therefore we found that really this car wasn't being used that much, and you know, with the whole COVID thing going on and just wanting to be sensible, we thought, well, do you know what, why don't we move this car on, we won't have the finance on it, and whatever money we were paying on that finance we can put towards our next car. And I instantly hear you cry, well, why don't you just buy your next car? And the simple answer for that is we can't, because you can't buy one yet. Because, and this is where some of you may well freak out quite majorly, this car is going to be replaced with an electric car. So both Mrs. Petroped and I are very keen to have an electric car in the household for a number of reasons. And I've driven many different electric cars and been impressed by many of them. However, for the simple living with range and the charging network, we have decided to go for a Tesla. And we are going to buy a Tesla. However, the current lineup of Tesla has a bit of a challenge for us. The Tesla Model X is far too expensive, way out of our price range. The Tesla Model S is just a little bit too big for us, even though it would be okay for the dogs, and you could get a 3-year-old one like a good friend of mine has done. He bought a 3-year-old Tesla Model X Performance with a free supercharging and absolutely loves it, but it's just that little bit too big, especially if we want to take it to our house in Cornwall. And then the Tesla Model 3, which would be perfect apart from the fact we have dogs and there's nowhere for the dogs to go because it's a saloon. Joining the dots up yet? So that basically means that we need to go or wait for the Tesla Model Y. And the Tesla Model Y, although available in the US now, isn't currently available in the UK. And that's going to be either next year or worst case 2022. And we are going to get a Tesla Model Y when that comes out. So that's another reason you kind of sit on this car and you think, well, you know, are we going to keep it and hardly use it until, you know, and pay all the finance and all those types of things, when actually our heart's not really in the car anymore, and we could maybe save that money and put it towards the deposit and a bigger chunk of purchasing a Tesla Model Y. And that is what we're going to be doing. And I'm really excited about it. I think it will be good for the channel. I think it will be a really interesting thing to get. Hey, national speed limit. Well, I will miss that. You won't get that noise in a Tesla Model Y. But I think it'd be interesting for the channel. It'd be interesting I'm going to try and see if we can get one of the first Model Ys. And I know normally as YouTubers kind of keep it secret as to what cars we're going to get and what we want. but I thought it'd be quite interesting to kind of give you the details about why we're doing that. So Tesla Model Y is, and then the final thing, just in terms of how I'm getting rid of the car. Now the options, I could sell it myself, and there is a big argument actually with my profile as a YouTuber and the car being known, that it would be probably a sensible idea to sell the car myself. And I agree with quite a lot of that. Hold on a minute. She does sound good, doesn't she? And I do agree with that. However, there's a few things, a few challenges, and again, I think this is interesting content for the channel. If you own a car and it's on finance and you want to sell it privately, you need to clear the finance before you can sell the car. So that means I would basically have to clear the finance and then sell the car on. And I don't really want to have the hassle of doing that. I've already explained we're not trading the car in for another car, because normally that we just carry the finance over or N1 and start another. And then the other thing is, I think if someone's going to be spending the amount of money that this car is going to be sold for, a lot of those people will probably want to have finance. And as an individual selling the car, I'm obviously not going to be able to afford to, or not going to be able to offer that. And that's where Chris comes in from 4C Prestige. So those guys are going to take the car, they're going to prepare it for sale. And what I mean by that is there's a few little minor scuffs and marks on the car that are going to be tidied up. A couple of the wheels need a little bit of work. This is Mrs. Petrol's car after all. So it will be absolutely perfect for sale. And then they've got the network and they're able to offer the finance and able to offer the kind of support that someone buying a car like this would expect. And that's why I'm selling the car with those guys. Now clearly they're not going to do that for free. There is a price. If someone's going to sell a car for you, you have to pay for that. But kind of in my head, doing the numbers versus the hassle, that is a price I am willing to pay. So you put all the details, I'll put all the details below. So if you want to buy this car, then knock yourself out, because it's an absolutely stunning car. I do love the car to pieces. It's impressed me massively. It's just interesting. It's never quite got under my skin like the old S4, like some of my other cars, like my Minis, like my Honda S2000, like my Caterham, like my Mitsubishi Shogun, short wheelbase Shogun. I love that car. This car never quite did it for me. But anyway, I'm going to draw this video to a close. I'm going to, you notice I took the long way round just to get some decent roads. But I'm going to go pick up Chris from the station and he's going to drive the car away. And it's quite a sad day, but I'm going to enjoy the last bit of a drive on my own. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film, guys. But from my lovely V9 Audi S4 for the last time, I'll see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.